Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos. I'm going to start this project off with this frame that I got at Dollar Tree. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off the back and the glass. And I am going to paint this with a celery green color. And you can paint your frame whatever color you want. I did it to match a piece of fabric that we're going to put in the inside of the frame. So if you choose to do a different fabric, you can do a different color paint. Once it was all painted, I'm just going to take my sander and sand off some of the paint around the beading and along the edges. And I'm just using my little hand sander to do so. Once I finished sanding, I just wiped it all down. And then I'm going to take a baby wipe and some antique wax, and I'm just going to lightly put some on where I just sanded. I'm not going to do the whole frame. I'm just going to do exactly where I sanded. So along the edges and then on those beads. That's why I used a baby wipe, so that I can get a more precision of where I'm putting it. And then I used the other half of the baby wipe that had no wax on it to wipe off all the excess so it wasn't super dark. And this step you can skip if this isn't your thing. Once I had that all done, I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to pull the glass back from the frame. And I've already pre-cut a piece of burlap, a piece of muslin, and a piece of fabric. So the first thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put a good amount of Mod Podge right onto the glass. And a really thick coat. And then I'm going to lay my burlap right on top of that. And I'm just going to hold that for a minute and press down on it until I feel like it's stuck really well. Just kind of rub it and make sure that it's going to stay. And that there's no bubbles and that it's not peeling back up anywhere. Once that's all adhered, I'm going to take that little square of fabric that matches my frame, and I'm going to Mod Podge that right on top of the burlap. So again, just a nice thick coat in a square or rectangle like the shape of my fabric. And then I'm just going to lay my fabric on that and again press it all down to make sure that it is held well. Once that's all done, I'm going to take my piece of muslin, and I am going to use this bird stamp, and I'm going to stamp this onto the center of my fabric, making sure that I got enough ink on there. I'll lay that right on there and press down. This stamp set is from a thrift store that I found, but you can get any stamps from anywhere or use any design that you want. I'm going to make sure that's dry and set that ink so that when I Mod Podge it on there, it doesn't run. So again, just adding another coat of Mod Podge where I'm going to put this piece of muslin, and then I'm going to lay that down right on top of that. Again, just pressing it down, making sure that it's adhered well. And then I'm going to put it into the frame and then put my backing back on. And look how cute this is. And my stamp set had another stamp, and this stamp says, "A bird does not sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song." So I am going to stamp that in the right-hand corner over here, just to give it a nice little final touch. And I think this turned out so super cute, and it was really easy to make. I know it's hard to read that, so I did do a close-up picture of it. And that is how it turned out. I like the rustic look of this whole frame. I think it turned out adorable. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to make one. And as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.